Hello everyone. I welcome all the viewers of this video on electromagnetic waves. Myself Dr. Ajay Anil Gurjar, working as a professor in Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, SIPNA College of Engineering and Technology, Amravati. Dear students, in this semester I am going to teach you the course Electromagnetic Waves. This is the first lecture in the series of lecture planned for you on electromagnetic waves. An humble request from my side to all of you to seriously attend the online classes because this is only one solution we have in this pandemics. Since it is the first lecture, we are not going to start directly with the syllabus, but today we are going to discuss some general issues related to the subject like its introduction, its importance, its aim, objective, and outcomes. So, from this point of view, I planned my lecture. So, today in my lecture, I am going to cover the following points. We are going to start the story with what is exactly electromagnetic waves. Before discussing these issues, let me tell you, in previous syllabus, the name of this course was electromagnetic fields, which was more relevant than the title electromagnetic waves. But since we adopted AICT model curriculum, we accepted this title because the title is same throughout India for this course, electromagnetic waves. Now in the second part, we are going to discuss okay, where does this electromagnetic waves fits in electronics and telecommunication curriculum? Other way we can say that if we are not going to have this course electromagnetic waves in the curriculum, then what ultimately we are going to miss? This issue we are going to cover here. After this, the most important part, that is aim of the course. Because without knowing aim, to discuss the subject is really going to be a meaningless. After getting familiar with aim of the course, we will discuss syllabus, unit-wise syllabus contents, and the number of credits given to this course in curriculum of electronics and telecommunication. After this, we are going to cover the objective of course. In this case, we are going to discuss unit-wise objective, that what ultimately is a target of unit 1, unit 2, unit 3 up to unit number 6. And after covering the part of objective of the course, then I think it is very important for all of us to understand what we are going to learn after learning this course. So what we are going to learn from unit number 1, unit number 2 up to unit number 6, this we are just going to discuss in outcome of the course. And finally, how many textbook and reference books are given in the syllabus, that we will see. And out of the given text and reference book, which book is going to be the best one to learn the subject electromagnetic waves. Dear students, you may have heard about the term electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiation or radio waves somewhere in physics in 12th standard or maybe in first year. Remember, the place where we are sitting right now, we are under the influence of electromagnetic waves. Other way we can say that in our surrounding, the electromagnetic waves are always traveling from one place to another place. The reason being, number of transmitting agencies are transmitting wireless signals. This electromagnetic wave is invisible. Again, no device is there to visualize it, to demonstrate it, to display it. I want to show you an animation of electromagnetic wave. See how is the structure of electromagnetic waves. It is very clear from this animation. It contains two fields, electric and magnetic field, which are perpendicular to each other. Now at this moment, don't bother about this. I know that it is very difficult for you people to understand electric field means what, magnetic field means what, and why they are perpendicular. In a course, I am going to teach you all these fundamentals. What do you mean by electric field, magnetic field, and their existence, and why they are perpendicular. But see this animation. Actually, after watching this animation, I'm expecting some question from you. Like, the first question can be from your side, because just now I told you that this electromagnetic wave is invisible. Then how somebody has represented this electromagnetic wave in this graphical format when nobody has seen it? What made them to draw the wave like this? The second question can be, what is the source of this electromagnetic wave? I mean to say that, who generates this electromagnetic wave, or how it is getting generated? So that question can be from your side. One more question is possible from your side. Okay, after knowing the idea of generation, why it contains electric and magnetic field, from where electric and magnetic field is existing, and how it comes in the electromagnetic wave, we have to clear this idea also. One more question can be there from your side. Okay, sir, what is exactly electric field? What is magnetic field? Other way somebody can have a silly question. What do you mean by the field itself? If we are going to have the question like this, definitely we are going to learn a lot in the course. So here in this video, propagation of electromagnetic waves is shown. You can see in the video, the electromagnetic waves are getting transmitted between two different stations. The first one is called as transmitting station and second is called as receiving station. Now the antenna of transmitting station is radiating electromagnetic wave. In our course, we are going to learn antenna. We are going to learn how it radiates, how it functions, and the electromagnetic wave which are getting radiated from transmitting antenna, that electromagnetic waves are getting propagated through the medium you can see here, and the electromagnetic waves are reaching the receiving antenna. So both the antenna plays main role, transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. In our course, we are going to discuss the principle of antenna, the function of antenna in unit number 6. Dear students, to understand the importance of this course electromagnetic wave, what I feel, it will be better for us to understand the uses of electromagnetic waves first. So here are some uses of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are used for communication purpose. The best example is television, radios, mobiles, etc. Radios are transmitted easily through air, that is free space, and the most important thing, that they do not cause damage if absorbed by human body, and they are having a great property, they can get reflected back. These properties make them ideal for communication purpose. Then electromagnetic waves are also used in radar. You may have heard the term radar. In a radar, electromagnetic waves are used to detect the stationary and moving objects. Not only to detect, but in radars, electromagnetic waves are used to detect the range, angle, velocity of the object. It can be used to detect aircrafts, ship, spacecraft, etc. Now, the high frequency electromagnetic waves are easily absorbed by molecules in the food. The internal energy of the molecules gets increases when they absorb high frequency electromagnetic waves, which causes heating, and hence electromagnetic waves are also used in cooking. The best example is microwave ovens. You have heard about that. Now electromagnetic waves can be used in medical domain for imaging purpose, which allows doctors to explore what is happening inside a person's body without having to perform surgery. X-ray is the best example of that. Now, you might have heard about the term night vision. That is the ability to see in a low light conditions. Humans have poor night vision compared to many animals. Electromagnetic waves in infrared region, which are produced by thermal motion and the vibration and rotation of atoms and molecules. This particular thing can be used for night vision purpose. This technique is used by soldiers on LOC. One more application of electromagnetic wave I highlighted here for you. That is, electromagnetic waves are used in astronomy. The astronomer used the entire electromagnetic spectrum to observe a variety of things. They're using radio telescopes, and radio telescopes have been used to map the structure of our galaxy. So here are different applications. But here in the initial part of the subject, we are going to focus more on the first part, that is application of electromagnetic wave in a communication system. Because the name of our branch is electronics and telecommunication, and the main application that we are going to discuss of this electromagnetic field is the communication engineering. Personally, I like two discoveries in science. The first one is wireless communication and the second one is aeroplane. If you think properly, you will find that in both the cases, distance is getting optimized. In minimum time, we can travel a long distance using aeroplanes, and likewise in a minimum time, that is in few seconds, we can transmit our voice signal or thousands of kilometers effectively using wireless communication. So do you think it is a miracle? It is really a great magic of science, magic of electronics. And we all are really lucky that we are from the domain of electronics and telecommunication, because in day-to-day life, almost everybody is using electronics communication. You know the best example, mobiles. We all are using mobiles daily. You know, when we dial a number, just in a fraction of a second, our call is getting initiated and we can talk effectively with the destination. Yes, it is a magic. In a fraction of a second, a call is getting initiated and we can talk to the destinations. Now see here, when transmitting station is shown transmitting a signal towards the receiver, which is a mobile, for example. Technically, if we talk, the transmitter and receiver are said to be connected by a field. This field is referred as electromagnetic field. Now, if we are having a target to understand electromagnetic field, do you think there is need to understand electric field first and magnetic field first? If we know the fundamental of electric and magnetic field, then definitely we are going to combine electric and magnetic field together, and then finally we are going to understand the combined effect of these two, that is called as electromagnetic field. I told you earlier that the wireless communication demonstrated by Marconi first, but whatever long distance effective communication is going on today, the complete credit should be given to a Scottish scientist, James Clerk Maxwell, who has done a pioneering work in electromagnetism. He is also called as father of electromagnetics. He formulated four equations which are shown on a screen. These four equations are referred as Maxwell's equations. He formulated the equations using some basic laws of physics like Gauss law, Faraday's law, and Ampere's law. These equations greatly influence modern physics, or we can say electronics communication domain. In our syllabus, we are going to learn these four equations first. We are going to learn how to derive the equation, or other way, how Maxwell has derived the equation. We are going to learn the fundamental of Maxwell equations, and finally we are going to discuss the application of Maxwell's equation. If you see the equation on the screen, you will find some technical terms like D, B, E, H, J, rho v. All these technical terms I am going to teach you. Right now there is no need to take any load of that. I am going to cover all these technical terms, all the fundamentals I am going to teach before starting with the part of Maxwell's equation. Here I want to add one more thing, that fellow physicist of James Clerk Maxwell, whose name was Michael Faraday, Michael Faraday also contributed a lot in electromagnetism. He was the first person to show how electric and magnetic fields are connected. Now here is the syllabus that we are going to learn. In unit number 1 of your syllabus, we are going to revise the vector fundamentals that we have learned somewhere in 12th standard and first year. Now just now I told that in electromagnetic waves syllabus, the main objective is to learn 4 equations given by Sir Maxwell. Let me add something to this. Whatever Maxwell equations we are going to learn, the Maxwell equations are based on the concept of multiple integrals, which I think we have seen in first year. So if we know multiple integrals properly, then only it is possible for us to understand Maxwell equation. And whatever technical terms are used by Maxwell equations, all, or I can say maximum terms are vector in nature. So if we are good in vector fundamental, if we are good in vector integration, then only it is possible for us to understand the story of electromagnetism. So from this point of view, there is need to revise the vector fundamental. From that point of view, the syllabus is designed in such a way that in unit number 1, we are getting an opportunity to go for a review of vector analysis. After getting familiar with again the vector analysis, then in unit number 2, we are going to start with the part of electrostatics. Under heading of electrostatics, we are going to learn electric field. What are sources of electric field? Then what do you mean by electric flux, electric flux density, electric field intensity, and how electric field intensities are calculated? What are the sources of charges? What are the charge configuration? Everything we are going to learn under the heading of electrostatics. After that, in unit number 3, we are going to learn magnetic field fundamentals, that is magnetic flux density, magnetic field intensity, sources of magnetic field, and how to calculate magnetic field intensities due to the source of magnetic field. After covering the fundamental of electric and magnetic field in unit number 2 and unit number 3, then in unit number 4, we are going to learn how to derive the 4 equations given by Sir Maxwell, which are called as Maxwell equations. In addition to Maxwell equations, we are going to learn boundary conditions. Right now, I don't want to make any comment on what we mean by boundary condition. But definitely, when we learn unit number 4, we are going to understand it. So at this moment, I don't want to make any comment. Under heading of unit number 5, we are going to discuss generation of electromagnetic waves. Or in general, I can say, after learning electric and magnetic field, we are going to learn the combined effect of these two, that is called as electromagnetic field. Under heading of electromagnetic field, I am going to teach you a very specific part which is called as electromagnetic wave. In unit number 5, we are going to model electromagnetic wave. What is exactly meaning of modeling? Modeling means to express electromagnetic wave in a mathematical format. So we are going to derive equation of electromagnetic wave when it gets propagated in space, dielectric medium, and conducting. After covering this, under the heading of unit number 6, that is radiation, we are going to learn antenna fundamentals. Hope you all have heard about the term antenna. What is antenna? How it is made of? Everything we are going to learn under heading of unit number 6. But here I want to tell you, antenna is one which radiates magnetic. So how is the syllabus? Syllabus is something like this. start the story with vector analysis, make the idea very clear about vector fundamentals. In addition to vector fundamentals, revise multiple integrals which we have seen in first year, like single integration, double integration, triple integration. Then vector fundamentals like dot product, cross product, how to find component of vectors. Then with these mathematical fundamentals, we are going to start electric field, where we are going to do a lot of vector analysis in electric field. Then we are going to switch to magnetic field. After covering electric and magnetic field, we are going to discuss the combined effect, that is electromagnetic field. And finally, the source of electromagnetic wave, that is antenna. This way we are going to discuss. So from the discussion that we have done just now, hope the aim of the course is very clear to you. The aim of this course is to provide students with an introduction to the fundamental of electrostatics, magnetostatics, and electromagnetic waves. So these are the course objectives. While discussing the syllabus, I told you that what ultimately we are going to learn under heading of unit number 1, unit number 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6. Now here the 6 objectives are given, unit-wise objectives are given. The first main objective of this course is to introduce basic mathematical concept of coordinate system and vector integrals. Already I had told you about vector integrals. Yes, there is a need to again revise multiple integrals which we have learned somewhere in first year. But whatever integrations we learned at first year level, that was multiple integral of scalar quantities. Now we are going to learn multiple integral of vector. The second course objective to impart knowledge of basic concept of electric field. What is exactly basic concept of electric field? It covers everything like what is electric field, what are the sources of electric field, and what are different parameters related to electric field like electric flux density, electric field intensity, and the calculation of inductance. The third course objective is to impart knowledge of the basic concept of magnetic field, which covers what is exactly magnetic field means, what are the sources of magnetic field, what do you mean by magnetic flux, what do you mean by magnetic flux density, and what do you mean by magnetic field intensity. And not only that, but here the main intention is to learn intensity calculation. The fourth objective is to understand Maxwell equations. Out of 4 equations, 2 equations we are going to learn under the heading of electric field, and the remaining 2 we are going to learn under the heading of magnetic field. And the students should also know what is exactly meaning of a boundary condition and their interpretation. The fifth course objective is to introduce concept of propagation of electromagnetic wave. How electromagnetic waves are getting propagated in different mediums like free space, conductor, and dielectric. Because when we are communicating from one point to other point, signals are getting propagated, and the signals is getting interacted with different medium, different phases like free space, conductor, and dielectric. So students should know what happens when electromagnetic wave gets propagated to different medium. The sixth course objective is to understand, analyze, and evaluate the radiation of electromagnetic wave. Here, student is going to understand the two different antennas, theoretical and practical antenna, which are the basic sources of electromagnetic. These are the course outcomes. Now, after completing this course, what ultimately students are going to learn? The first most important part the students are going to learn is they are going to understand the coordinate system and concept of vector integral. The students can evaluate electric field intensities for different charge distributions. Student can evaluate magnetic field intensity due to current carrying conductors, which we will discuss afterwards. Student can understand scientifically about Maxwell equations and boundary conditions. Student can characterize electromagnetic wave, which is also called as uniform plane wave, and can calculate reflection and transmission coefficients of waves at media interface. In future, you are going to understand the terms reflection and transmission coefficient, and you are going to understand what is exactly the meaning of characterization. In addition to this, a student can understand principle of radiation and radiation characteristics of theoretical and practical integrals. So these are the course outcomes. So these are the text and reference books given in the syllabus of Amravati University. Two textbooks are mentioned. First book is of William Hatt and second book by author Jordan and Balman. Two reference books by Dr. Chevgaonkar and second one is by Narayan Rao. I will suggest you the book if you want to refer. William H. Hatt, the first one, is the best one to understand the fundamental of engineering electromagnetic. Assignment number 1. A very simple assignment I am giving in my first lecture only. An assignment is very simple. Those who are really very interested to understand the subject thoroughly, and those who are really interested to understand technical fundamentals for them, it is my request to all, you should start reading multiple integrals, which already we have seen somewhere in first year engineering. We have covered three integrals. The first one is line integral, second one surface integral, and third one is volume integral. If you recall the mathematical part at first year level, the line integral is also called as single integral, surface integral is also called as double integral, and volume integral is called as triple. So hope you are going to revise everything and you are going to be ready for the second. So thank you very much. Happy online learning. Take care of yourself and don't forget to complete the assignment. Thank you very much. Have a great day.